Hello all my inspirations and welcome to Inspirational by Marie. Thank you for all joining me today. We've got an interesting topic. We're going to be speaking about 5 tips on how to increase your self-esteem. So this is going to be a good one, guys. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when I'm on next time. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem is about how you think about yourself. It's all about how you think about yourself, how you view yourself, what you're thinking about yourself, especially when you're by yourself. And I have to highlight that. And the reason why is because I remember I was out with a person, and I know a person who basically is the life and soul of the party, right? That's what you would call them, the life and soul of the party. They're very opinionated. They have things to say. They're very out there, basically. Like wherever the party is, that's where they are. And people always want to be around this person. Okay. And one day I had the opportunity to be around them, right? And I was very, very shocked. And I was quite surprised. And it was because they really broke down. They started crying. And they were crying and they were crying. I was saying to them, well, before they started crying, I was like, are you okay? You don't look yourself. Like, are you okay? Your mood is a bit different. Your mood is a bit off. What's going on? Talk to me. And then they just started crying. And I was like, wow, like, what's going on? And everything they were telling me and what was going on, it was, in my opinion, it all had to do with low self-esteem. What they were telling me, what they were expressing to me, it all boiled down to low self-esteem. About how they felt about themselves, about how, they felt others viewed them. I was just so blown away, right? And I say that to say this, sometimes we do have that, I don't want to say mask, but you get where I'm coming from. Like, we have that, we portray ourselves to be one way. And you may be really thinking that this person is lit, like this person is having the best time. They're so confident, they're sure about themselves, and they really love themselves. But really deep down, that person was going through a lot of things. And I want us to all bear that in mind, okay? Bear that in mind because it's important, especially when we are dealing with people as we do every day. Majority of the time, we're dealing with people. And sometimes what people portray is not what's going on. So we ought to be kind as well to people and not just assume that people are not human beings and they may not actually be what they are, So yeah, that was just my little opening. But let's go on to tip number 1. So always think positively about yourself, appreciate yourself, your value and your worth. Okay, so always think positively about yourself. This is very important because often, a lot of times, a lot of things, it's all to do with us first. It's how we view ourselves first, and then from that, we're able to navigate. We're able to understand other people. We're able to love ourselves. We're able to appreciate ourselves. So what we think about ourselves is very, very important. It's very, very vital. Now, why do I say that? I say that because the moment someone comes along to tell you who you are, talking about, oh, you're stupid, you're not smart enough, you're ugly, you don't know how to do this properly, you're worthless, you're useless, all these type of things, right? Because remember I told you guys before, I believe it was in my other video about how to stay motivated and never give up. I've been called useless by somebody who I never thought would come out of their mouth. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, imagine if I took those words, like I said before, if I took those words and if I actually believed that I was useless, how would I counteract that comment? Do you get where I'm coming from when I'm saying this type of thing? So if someone is coming to you to tell you who you are, or try and tell you who you are, or tell you about yourself in a negative way, it's important that you have self-esteem. So that when they come and tell you, or think they're coming to tell you who you are, you're able to know that, no, that is not right, that is not true. That is not right and that is not true. I don't believe what you're saying, and I don't have to act on that. I don't have to take those words and I don't have to swallow those words. I don't have to believe it. It doesn't have to dictate how I'm going to live my life now. Do you get where I'm coming from? So it's important how you see yourself first. Imagine how many people's dreams have been put down or have stopped because of what somebody has told them. So it's important that we are able to value ourselves, think positively about ourselves, appreciate ourselves. That way, when negative words come in, we're able to counteract it and it comes out, literally in one ear and out the other ear. Also, when you think about relationships, right? You think about somebody who has low self-esteem and you think about someone that has high self-esteem. We're talking about relationships that people are in, whether you're a man, you're a woman, whatever relationship, if you have low self-esteem, right? It will be difficult for you to know what is wrong, what is right in a relationship, what you think or what is acceptable. Can you imagine someone being in a relationship and your partner or the partner is abusing you daily? Your partner is saying negative things about you and you think it's okay, or better yet, you don't have the strength to overcome or to come out of that relationship because you don't know any better. Do you understand? So having self-esteem, it all starts from within. Having self-esteem, it all starts from within, okay? So, tip number 2. Surround yourself with supportive people, friends, community, and family, right? So people that uplift you, people that are not there to tear you down, okay? So surround yourself with positive people. This can play a role too when it comes to your self-esteem. And I'll tell you why. When you look at something that you want to do, your endeavors, your business, or just daily life in general, right? And there are people around you and they're not supporting you, what does it mean? Does it mean that we stop? Does it mean that we don't continue? Does it mean that we're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this anymore because I'm not receiving enough support? Listen, I know the struggle, right? I understand what it feels like to not have a lot of support and feel like, oh my gosh, like you almost feel like you're doubting yourself, basically. You're doubting your talent, you're doubting your gift, you're doubting your purpose, okay? Ultimately, this is what I will say. I will say that you focus on the people that are supporting you. Because best believe, yeah, those are the people that actually are put in your life for a reason. You don't need the whole world to support you, okay? You just need those people that God has placed you there for a reason, and you focus on them. Listen, it's so real because the struggle is so real. Like, you could literally stop doing what you're doing and stop your purpose because of the lack of support you're getting. But actually, that purpose and that support is supposed to be for somebody. It's supposed to encourage that person and it's supposed to uplift somebody else. So I want us to really bear that in mind, okay? So focus on those people. Focus on that and just keep it moving, keep it pushing. Literally, get that in you, like, get that in your system. Even I have to get it in my system so that I'm able to continue doing everything I want to do on this earth, or continue every endeavor I want to, complete. Okay, so let us please, inspirations, like, please, let's believe that. When we believe it, we can act on it. We've got to believe it to act on it, so that's fine, okay? So, tip number 3, stop comparing yourself to other people, okay? Now, this is very important also when it comes to self-esteem. Because you've got to understand that sometimes people could be scrolling on the gram, you can go on Twitter, if you're a man, if you're a woman, even body image. Do you get where I'm coming from? That body image can have an effect on your self-esteem. It can either make us make your self-esteem high or low. Because you may be looking at your body and be thinking, oh no, like, that person's body, is nice, like, I don't know, and be feeling down about it, or be feeling like you're not good enough. Do you understand? And it can cripple us. Like, I remember before, when I was on radio, this is before I did the 40-day water fast, and I was big, guys. Like, even now, like, I'm still on a weight loss journey, as you all know, but honestly, I just remember, like, saying to my mum that no, I don't want to go on camera. Like, I stopped a lot of things because of that. I didn't even want to do YouTube for long. I didn't do YouTube for a long time because I was like, nah, like, I've put on so much weight. Like, people are going to say, like, it just wasn't really, it was awful. And my mum said something to me that was very key and so important, which I really want us to all understand. And I hope this also sets you free too, because it did help me. She said, but what about you as a person? What about everything else you have to offer? Yeah, you might feel this way, but that's one aspect. What about you as a person? So even if you're looking at yourself and you're like, oh, I'm big, I'm too skinny, what about everything else you have to offer the world? Don't allow that one thing to put you off giving what you're supposed to give. And it was a game changer. I still battled with it. Do you understand? I still battled with it. But at the same time, I had to look in deep down and understand that, listen, you need to come out of this mindset, Marie. And understand you're more than your weight. You know, you're more than your weight. Yeah, I speak about weight a lot and I'm putting out my journey. But trust me when I tell you that it's deeper than that as well. It's actually how I feel about myself too. You know, it's about how I feel about myself too. So that's another pointer. Okay, tip number 4. Never speak negatively about yourself and do not accept anyone speaking negatively about you too. This is literally every day wake up and think this in your head because it's so important. Don't speak negatively about yourself, okay? I'm stupid. No, you're not stupid. I'm ugly. No, you're not ugly. I'm always making mistakes. No, you're not always making mistakes. Sorry. No. Things are a learning process. That's number 1. Number 2, if God hasn't said it about you, please don't say it about yourself. Always divert yourself back to your creator. What has your creator said about you? What has God said about you? Because as far as I'm concerned, the person that's saying they're ugly, no, God said that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Oh, I don't have enough. I'm always lacking. No, the Bible says that you are the lender and not the borrower. Oh, I'm always making mistakes. I don't know what to do. No, you are the head and you're not the tail. Please believe it. So when you believe it, you can act on it. We have, the whole point of living a life is to actually maximize it. A lot of people have lived life, yeah, and I think we've all been here. We're like, oh, we wish we knew this before. We wish we had known this before. You get what I'm coming? So we have to because I want us to really enjoy life to the fullest. I want us to enjoy life. And also going back to what I was saying at the beginning, if someone's speaking negatively about you, cut it off. I'm not speaking about constructive criticism. I'm speaking about negativity that is going to affect your self-esteem. That is what I'm talking about. I don't want to hear it. If they say it, you better cut them in their tracks. Stop them. Be like, no, don't receive those words. Because words sow seed. They will sow a seed in your soul. Our self-esteem must be high and should be high, so that we're able to counteract a lot of negativity and actually move forward and pursue. Remember, you are wonderful, you are fearful, you are bold, you are a loving person. You're not just anybody on the floor. People might even, when it even comes down to let's say a homeless person, now people might think, oh, that person is underneath me. No, they're not. They're not actually underneath you or me. They are not, because they're a human being first and foremost. And when we speak life and we're kind to people like that, it helps their self-esteem. When we tell them, what's your name? Even asking someone their name is actually building their self-esteem. It's actually building that person's self-esteem. I want to say this as well. When, for example, someone says to you, oh, you look nice today. Have you heard of times where you're in a situation and someone says you look nice? It might even be you, or you may have witnessed it. And you say to the person, oh, no, I just flung it on. Oh, no, this was just a quick hairstyle. Oh, no. When someone says you look nice, thank you, God bless you, and you keep it pushing, that is an element of self-esteem too. Because why can't you look nice? Why do you think it's weird that they're telling you look nice? Why do you have to justify it by saying, oh, yeah, but I did this, I didn't take time this morning? No, receive the compliment. God bless you. That person was there, sent from God to give you a kind word. Now receive it with grace. Step number 5, be thankful for whatever you have. Celebrate small goals. Take care of yourself. Pamper yourself. Okay, keep a journal. Pamper yourself. Take care of yourself. Don't take life too seriously. Do what you got to do. Be kind to yourself. Sometimes go on that spa. Do you understand what I'm saying? Go on that spa day. Look after yourself. Keep your surroundings clean. Okay, keep your surroundings clean by all means, because sometimes that has a role to do with self-esteem. Have you noticed when you're feeling down, you don't really want to tidy up? Well, I feel like that sometimes. I'm like, oh no, I'm leaving that till tomorrow. But when I'm in a good mood, I'm like, okay, I've got energy now. Let me tidy up. Let me do it. Because it's all to do with our soul bank. It actually affects the way we do things. So let's remember that as well, to keep us around. Okay, look after yourself, look after your hygiene. Sometimes when people are depressed, when they're feeling low, okay, sometimes we can neglect our hygiene and things of that nature. So let's bear these things in mind. Let's make conscious decisions. Even if you don't feel like doing it, sometimes do it. I have a quote and I always say that I want to do my best on my worst day. It's hard, you got to push, you got to strive, but however, it keeps our character strong. It lets us to be strong in the long run, that when everything comes our way, anything if it's negative, we still can persevere and still stand, okay? Because things will happen, but it's how we deal with it and how we come out on the other end. And remember, things always get better too, okay? If you want to keep a journal, this is also good. But remember, if you're writing in your journal about the negative things that happen that day, always remember to also write the positive things and let it outweigh the negative things. So if you write 5 positive things, if you write 5 negative things, ensure to write 6 positive things, okay? Okay, until next time, God bless you all. I love you. Always remember to be inspired, be encouraged, be blessed. I will see you soon. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, press subscribe, like, comment, share. Mwah! Take care, guys.